Hi friends, how you doing? Well, I just I just recorded a video and I'm having to record it now because I didn't have the sound setting, the audio setting set to where it should be. Duh, my fault. Anyway, it's one thing it's another. I ended up in the emergency room last night. Uh, what I did, I made a cooking video, I was going to load it up today. And after I got done, I went to the bathroom and I had an event. I had a meltdown. I just, all of a sudden, I got super dizzy. Everything got kind of funky looking and, weird and colors over here. And I'm just like, I can't breathe. I feel like I'm going to pass out. So I sit down on the commode and I, I couldn't breathe. I broke out in a, sweat and I'm shaking. I feel like I'm going to, just pass out any minute. And and this goes on for quite a while. 20, 30 minutes. I don't know how long. It seemed like a long time to me. And I'm just breathing really hard, trying to pull air in and blow it out, pull it in, blow it out. And I'm sweating, I'm shaking, I'm just everything is fuzzy and just it's hard to explain. I never have felt like you know that bad before, and I've had 2 heart attacks, and I didn't know what was going on. I felt dazed and confused, and uh, I was afraid to stand up because I knew if I did, I'd just, fall flat on the floor and probably, bust my head open and maybe kill me. I don't know. So I just stayed where I was there, until, we get better enough to where I could get up and get to the living room, to my lounge chair where my phone was. And it's a good idea to carry your phone everywhere you go. And so I called my sister, and she came and took my blood pressure. And my blood pressure was low. It was only like, it was 98 over 62, I think. But I had recovered a little bit halfway by then, and I still was feeling dizzy and weak and shaky. And so she took me to my bedroom so I could, change my clothes, and she helped me get my shoes on, and the meal that I had cooked, she put it in a container and put it in the refrigerator, and then I, put the stuff thought I might need in my purse. Because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was going to be admitted or if I'd be coming back home. I didn't know. Didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if I was having a stroke or if this was a preamble to, a coming heart attack or something. So, anyway, we headed over to the hospital, and it's only about maybe 4 or 5 blocks at the most from where, I live. It only takes a few minutes to get over to the hospital. I maybe should have called 911, but I didn't because I just wanted to wait for my sister. And, but, it wasn't life-threatening, thank goodness. So not calling 911 and the ambulance, was okay. Not a bad decision, in other words. Or else I might not be talking to you right now. So anyway, we get over there, and they admitted me into the emergency room, and I'm gonna ask you all these questions, and They had a hard time, getting the IV in. Of course, they always do, and they had to end up putting it, well, it was like an IV connector, but it wasn't hooked up to an IV. It was hooked up because so that they could draw blood easier. That's where they had to draw the blood, and in my wrist right here, and so they just left it in there, and they did have to draw blood again the second time. So thank goodness they didn't have to try to stick me again. They didn't want to do that. So anyway, they did two CT scans. First, they did one in my head because I guess they were checking to see if I had had a stroke. Well, that was okay. So then they thought, well, maybe we better check out the heart, see what's going on there. So they did another TC scan of my chest, and it it was okay. Uh, but they did find a spot on my adrenal gland. I don't know what that is, but I have an appointment early in the morning at 8 o'clock in the morning to see, my doctor. And then we'll go from there. But the doctor, emergency room doctors, recommended that I, at least stay a day, stay 24 hours, so they could monitor, see if, I'd have another, some kind of, event again. And he said it's probably not likely, but he said, he needs to, recommend it, maybe they watch me for a bit. Well, I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to get admitted and stay in. I hate being in the hospital. It's so uncomfortable. It's just, and I was feeling better by then. I was doing better, and since my heart checked out okay, because that's one thing I was worried about, and and I was worried about it, being a stroke too, because I wasn't I wasn't being my normal self. In other words, I had this confusion, and he even wasn't talking real good. But uh, anyway, they released me, and and I'm okay. I'm doing all right. I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble doing this video and getting it, edited and. Uh, but I just, I'm fine. And got an 8 o'clock in the morning doctor appointment, and then we'll go from there and see. They may want to hook me up to some kind of monitor thing for a bit. I mean, they have no idea what it was or what caused it. I mean, none, and I don't either. Except that I don't know. Maybe I have been stressing myself out too much the last couple of weeks and overdoing it, and overthinking. I had fried my brain a few times, this past week because just trying to do too much. And things were going wrong. I mean, with the computers, with, doing this and doing that. And it was just one challenge after another that I was having to deal with. And it's been a trying, actually, the whole month of May. And June ain't starting out too good either. But we go forward, right? And I guess these challenges are, for a reason. I'm learning stuff, that's for sure. But anyway, I'm home, and when I got home, had been a long time since I had to eat anything because I was, going to eat after I cooked that meal and you finished up that video, but couldn't go there. So when we got home, well, my sister came back and she cleaned up the kitchen from the mess and cooking, and got that taken care of, and then came back and they were ready to release me, and uh, so I ate a bite, and then I went to bed because I'd been up all night and just had been through a lot, and I got pretty good sleep. And up to now, I mean, I haven't been sleeping good lately. Just getting every few hours and getting up and doing stuff and being up and I think I just have been pushing myself too much. I don't know if that's what caused it or what. And then astrologically, I hear that there's a lot of heavy energy going on right now. The way the planets are all lined up and everything, and it's and it can hit some people and affect some people. And then we got the solar flares going off, and I mean just all kinds of crap going on. And there's one other thing I could tell you, but if I told you, you'd think I'm totally bonkers. So I'll just keep it to myself. Another reason why I think why it happened, but this may be too bonkers for some people to go for. so, so it's not that I want to be dishonest. I want to be open and honest as much as possible. But some things it's best just keep it to yourself. But I'm doing fine, and I might feel up to. I might just go ahead and try to edit that video I did last night if I can. I'm having problems, doing that with these. I tried it on Changing Live. I tried it on Movie Maker, and okay, this Cameo Studio apparently hit. I love the program. I love how it works and everything, but it has trouble with these video editors. So I might have to find something else to use. But I like this better than the other video camera. This has got more stuff on it that you can adjust and do, and so I don't know. I don't know if there's maybe some adjustment I can make to how these end up, because I haven't used this program a lot yet. In fact, I've used it only a few times, and maybe there's some settings I can set it to where it's more compatible with my editors. I don't know. I did that ketchup one. I don't even remember if I uploaded it or not. Yeah, I think I did. I need to check my videos on YouTube. See, I don't remember. I think I did, but I did a ketchup, making ketchup video, and I think I was using. I'm pretty sure I was using this one, and it worked. Somehow I got it edited. But okay, we're at 14 minutes, and I don't know if I need to, babble on. I think I've told you everything I need to tell you about what happened. It was a scary event. And it's good to know, though, when they did the CT scan of my heart, because sometimes I worry about it, that they didn't find anything wrong or bad, or, it turned out good, which I was glad to hear that. And, glad to hear my brain was okay. There was no stroke going on. And And maybe it's a good thing because I did find out about this little spot that was saw on my adrenal gland. Now I don't know what that's all about. I need to look that up. Do a search on that. Talk to my doctor about it, and God, I hope it's not the big C word. Whew. Better not be. That's all I need. I got enough crap wrong with me. I mean, I got this aneurysm going on. That's when I found they found the aneurysm by doing a CT scan. Uh, when they discovered that my body was pancreas wasn't producing enough enzymes, and so they did a CT scan to check out my pancreas, make sure it was okay, which it was. But they found this aneurysm at that time. And this time I had an event, and then they find this little spot. So it was my guardian angels watching over me. Maybe that's why it happened. I don't know. So, whew, life can be a mystery, can it? And I got two grocery orders delivered. The first one is I just ordered groceries, and the other one I ordered some other stuff that I need, like kitty litter and stuff that isn't, that I need for the month. So I know how to do my budget. Get everything that I need. That was gonna, I'd have to pay, cash for, and not use my grocery benefits for, and so I got that all done, and I just take one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time. Okay, love you guys, and you take care, and you know, give me a comment if you'd like, and I guess maybe I'll make a video and let you know what the doctor came up with, and see where we go from here. But and I'll try to get that. Oh, and during the cooking, what I did is I chopped up all the vegetables, got everything prepared, ready, to go to video, and and sometimes I would stop, the video, because there's no point in sitting there watching, cook the stuff, cook, and so I turn it off and turn it on, and sometimes when it was on, usually when it was on, I just find something, to talk about, something, so it's not just dead silence and food cooking. Okay, sweeties, thank you very much. Take care. I'm doing fine, doing okay. I'm feeling fine. Of course, I was feeling fine yesterday before that thing happened. Yeah, I was. I mean, it took me by surprise. Okay, I'm gonna turn this sucker off and see if I can't get it loaded up. Bye bye. Love you. Take care.